Okay, and time to take a video of the kitchen. This is Sunday. I thought I was going to post this on Monday, so maybe I'll take a look at this and wait till Monday and post it. But back up and see if I can get the whole kitchen. Let me see here. Well, not quite. But here's the peninsula, cleaned off. My husband sits down here and he watches TV. There's a TV behind me. There's the kitchen sink. And then the windowsill all cleaned off, and I cleaned underneath the sink. And you've already seen this corner back here. We've looked at shelves, and maybe he's going to build the shelves himself for the shelves that go up there. And once that happens, I'll take another picture. I have an artwork, I have a stained glass, and then I have things that I want to put on that shelf that we use every day, and then stuff that's just decorative. So I'll take a picture of that whenever we get that completed. Because I don't like how congested it is with all that stuff there. But we use that stuff every day, except for the thermoses. We just have to figure out a place to put the thermoses so it's easy for him to make his lunches. And these drawers down here, first drawer, I showed you that one. It's all cleaned out. It has the utensils and thermometers and stuff, knives. Next door down, these next two drawers have pots and pans. And then I've got my popcorn maker up there, my cheese grater, and my lard. Okay, it's going back in focus. And I do have a griddle on top of my stove. That's where the utensils are sitting. And my husband pointed out we need a new toaster. Now that toaster I've had since my son was in grade school, my middle son, Jared. He bought that toaster for our family for Christmas at Seth Llewellyn. And I've had that toaster ever since. But see how it's leaning to one side? Its feet got next to a heating element or something and it melted. So it still works, it just is lopsided. So I'm gonna probably have to buy a new toaster. The drawers below that, there's, what's in that top drawer there? This top drawer, oh yeah, that's the spices. The spice cupboard's up there with the oils, cooking oils. And the bottom drawer down there, there's Tupperware, and then there's bake glassware. And then my window with my cookbook stand with a cookbook on it, and my little frog collections behind there. Now some of that was sitting in the windowsill, which I've cleaned off. And there's a book I set out for Bonnie. And there's a glass that is a mason jar with it's like a Mod Podge thing, but I can put that in my camp trailer and take it when I go camping, but it is glass. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna use it for a vase in the kitchen, put some flowers in it. And there's a little plant that someone got me when I retired, my store closed. And my cookbooks set up. In this section right here, we are gonna put some shelves in, and just, you know, just for more storage and for looks, I guess, because it looks kind of blank. I'm thinking about getting a baker's rack, so maybe something like that I could store my breads on. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. And then I've got this cabinet right here. The top one is for the dog meds, and then our meds are on the very top shelf. And then I've got this one down here, and I did get some more items in to do the all-purpose flour. And this one down here has more of that type of thing. So I've got my rice and pasta and quinoa and all that stuff. And then down there is where the garbage cans are for recycling. And then my other cupboard, I didn't really have to go through it too much. It's just food. And then this one is all cleaned out. I've got some glassware at the top up there. The seasonal stuff, if you looked at the very top, there's a bunch of seasonal Christmas stuff back there, and then Halloween and candlesticks for Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. And so there's my dining room. We're still working on that. My daughter just moved all of her stuff out of the room. Left me the bookcases that were mine. So that'll eventually become my office again. We just have to thoroughly clean it out before that happens. Thinking about getting a new dining room set and getting rid of that one. But anyway, there's my major thing that I did for my January. Said I was gonna do it, I did it. My kitchen's pretty much reorganized. Oh, I didn't go over here. I haven't gone through my little fridge down here. We originally, when we did this kitchen, we had a refrigerator and it went out, and so we didn't use it for a few years, but we replaced it last year, the year before. We replaced this refrigerator. So it's good again. It's got a bunch of oddball stuff in it right now. I've said, don't put food in there. And of course, my husband doesn't listen to me. He put the cherries in there. But anyway, that's the only food thing in there that I can see so far. But I need to straighten that out. And that's my silverware drawer. And then below it's my everyday eating plates and bowls and saucers and stuff. And that my Lazy Susan corner has like pictures and a punch bowl and just odds and ends like that. And then that's where my big trays are and bowls for like cooking and serving food on. And there's a closer up look at the end of the counter. My husband sits in that chair at the end of the bar and watches TV, like I said. And so I have a wine rack that normally sits there, but I don't have any wine right now, so we just put it away. But yeah, if I do get some wine, I would definitely pull it back out and have a place to store it right there. And yeah, that's it for now. It's my kitchen. I thought I'd better take a picture of it while it's really super clean. And there's a few things in my sink right now that I just put in there this morning. But there's a good look at what we look out in our backyard. I have to repot that plant. I had the pot that it was in, it fell over. The plant's so top heavy now that it fell over and broke the planter that it was in, so I need to replace that. But this is what my husband put in there. I think it's pretty funny. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. You guys have a nice Sunday. Bye.